everyone. Hey YouTube, it's Lisa. Nice to see you again today. I had a little bit of an unboxing video. This is actually like take 2. I discovered when I went back to edit my video that it only recorded 3 seconds, and I went all the way through this unboxing, which is part 2 out of by the way, excuse me. Part 1 was the unboxing what I thought was a Moonlight pen, but actually it is this gel-like pen. It is a glass fountain pen with a glass nib. It also has a fine point regular like steel nib as well. And the reason why I got this, and I kept saying Moonlight on the first one, but it's a gel-like. I went back and I looked and I got the wrong pen, but be that as it may, I'm glad I got this one. This is basically going to be used for inking samples, writing inks or dipping things that I don't want to, let's say, write with extensively. In addition to that, on part 1, I did the unboxing of my TWSBI 580 AL in the rose gold. I love this pen. I did a writing sample in part 1, and I'll link it up above over there probably. Yeah, but I did this one as well, just to give you a comparison of the sizes. This is my TWSBI Eco in white, and this is my TWSBI 700 in the vacuum fill. So as you can tell, this one is the smallest of them. Get this out of the way. And the Eco and actually the 580, I kept saying ALR, but it's AL, I think, are pretty much the same size. The difference in this one compared to the Eco is very lightweight, even when posted. This one, if you post it, it's too long. And so it does post, excuse me, it does post, but it's really, really long. So for writing purposes, got a good balance. It's very smooth writer. Probably better not the best thing to actually post the cap. So I will be using this unposted. I got starved for ink in part 1 where I didn't have enough ink. Later that evening, I actually got more inks in, but I had the Diamine Pink Glitz, which I bought 2 of these. I actually have combined this. This is a shimmering ink. It's absolutely beautiful. It has gold flecks in it. So I'm going to show you a writing sample that I've already done because, of course, I've already shot that video and then I didn't really shoot it as far as having storage on this camera. I have Sailor Manyo Haha. This is actually a great shading ink. I'll show you what the sample of that looks like. I also have Artementis, excuse me, Apple Blossom. Again, I got 2 of these, so I've gone ahead and already just combined them. And then lastly, I have the Sailor Ink Studio 123. And again, this has some shading properties to it as well. Put these to the side and put them away into my pen case. All right. The glass nib for this does post. And I said initially in my first thoughts that probably doesn't write a lot. It's this reservoir, which is where the excuse me, is where the ink comes up into the pen when you're dipping it. Doesn't really hold a ton. It's also, depending on the ink that's being used, kind of prone to blotching or dipping, which you'll see in my writing samples. In addition, for one of the unboxing hauls, I got this Kakimori, sorry, rolling ball 0.5 millimeter pen. This I was putting together. It's really simple. It's a snap lid, and this unscrews. And you just fill it up with fountain pen ink, which is fantastic, so that you can actually have variation on your pen. Now, this also comes in a 0.77 size. I got this at Yoseka Stationery after watching Mystery Arts and Crafts. I'll put her link above too. She gets really good stuff. So I saw that and I thought that would be a really cool idea. Okay, so let me put this to the side. And since I've already kind of done the ink swatches, I'm not going to do them again because it'll make my book look a mess. But I will show you what happened when I did try to do ink samples with it, and what inks behaved and what inks kind of did not behave. Put that to the side. In addition, I also, later that night after filming part 1, I got my inks from Van Ness Pens. And this is the Caran Divine Pink. It's absolutely gorgeous. And notice how, I'll show it up to you like this. This is a Goulet Pens ink sample, and this is a Van Ness Pens ink sample. So Van Ness does a 4 milliliter fill, whereas Goulet does a 2 milliliter fill. So you would need to get 2 of these kind of to get to this level of a fill from Van Ness. I actually, excuse me, really like Van Ness. They carry a ton of ink sample products. Highly recommend. I like getting ink samples over bottles of ink because that way I'm not trying to store a gazillion bottles of 30 milliliter or 50 milliliter ink. I'm just storing, you know, these little samples, and I have a sample holder as well. I did the Kyro-Iro number 5, which is Sakura, which is like a pink color. I also have another Caran Divine Pink. I have duplicates of that one, so I'm going to put that one back. I have 3 samples of that because I was feeling like pink ink when I ordered, and I will definitely hold off until the springtime when we have cherry blossoms here in DC. And the Kyro-Iro number 4, which is Moonlight. This is absolutely a really pretty color as well. So those are the ink samples that I have received. Putting those to the side. And let me show you my ink samples. So I apologize for not being able to swatch these out, but I'm kind of glad because it'll make this video a lot quicker. Okay, so this is in my Shakespeare pocket size. Okay, so as you can see here, I have Diamine Polar Blue, which is one of the colors that I got from the ink samples off of the unboxing on part 1. The Sailor Manyo Haha, as you can see, there's some shimmering, but it's also, I've got bleed through from the other side. So this is not going to look quite like this. You'll see when I flip the page over. The Sailor Ink 123 also has some purple shading in it very lightly. This is the Kyro-Iro number 4 in Moonlight, so it's a nice burnt orange. And then the Kyro-Iro number 5, which is the Sakura, which is a nice deeper pink. Then when it came to the Van Ness pens, this is what the Caran Diamine Divine Pink looks like. Caran Divine Pink, not Diamine. So this is what happened with the dip pen. And writing, as you can see, gets a little splotchy. It's not necessarily always clean. Pretty good here, but this ink color does not behave well with a glass nib, and nor does it really behave well with these on a glass nib either. This is the Artementis Apple Blossom. And then this is the Diamond Pink Glitz. And I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, but there is some shimmering. There is gold flecks. I think you can see that there in this ink. So what I've done is I've actually put this ink in a Pilot Metropolitan pen that I will use for kind of shimmering or inks machine, so that if something happens to it, I'm not crying over the cost of that. But that is the ink sample. In addition, I also was talking about, I was able to go ahead and secure from Galen Leather the A5 folio, which is where I'll be utilizing this from, because I was able to also purchase some Archer and Olive's the acrylograph pens. There are a ton of unboxing videos on this product on YouTube. I am not going to swatch that. I feel like other people have done a really thorough job of like what it's like to swatch these. I wanted to get them so that I could put them in here, which is my personal journal that I'm using right now. I'm not going to show you the details of it, but I will show you the paper. This is just Hobonichi Tomo River graph paper blank. And that's what I'm journaling in right now. I might go back and pick up the bullet journal at some point, but right now I just want to get my thoughts out and not worry about day-to-day kind of capturing of information or planning. I have a Jibon Techo for this year that I'm utilizing for my personal planning. My work stuff is already on Microsoft Outlook. And I do some journaling in this hand-stitched leather tee. This is the Weeks cover that I bought by mistake. I love this color. I'm keeping in here on this side is a journal for my food, and on this side is my journal for working out that I've kind of numbered ahead to a certain extent with some blank pages. But I'm just kind of keeping track of like my Pilates workouts and some rehab kind of stretches that I'm doing on my shoulder, just keeping track of that so that I can report back to a doctor when I finally go and see him. So these are the lovely pens. I do agree with everybody else on YouTube. I'm going to just move ink samples to the side here. That there's a lot of packaging for this. I kind of feel like Archer and Olive could have done a better job with kind of getting rid of all of this bulk. This palette sheet is actually really nice, but I wish that they could have figured out a way to fold it or kind of minimize the size for easier transport, because nobody's going to want to take these like this. It's just a little bit too much. And with the palette being over on this side, you're going to have to figure out a way to cut it if you wanted to take it with you. These are 3mm tips. They were pretty easy to start up once you follow the instructions, like shaking it and then holding it into a upright or 90-degree angle for 90 seconds. It actually did work. The colors are absolutely beautiful. But like I said, this is not going to be a swatching of these colors unless you guys want it. But there's a ton of videos out on YouTube. So there you have it. This is actually going to be a much more abbreviated part 2 because you don't have to sit there and watch me kind of fill out all the pages that I did here in my Shakespeare pocket-sized notebook of these ink swatches that I've already kind of swabbed and swatched and write it all out. If you have any questions or comments, please be positive and loving when you get them. The world is harsh enough. I don't need any harsh comments. And if they are, I will probably delete them anyhow. But thank you for stopping by. Take care. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.